There you are. We got a little bit late, so sorry for that. We had some technical difficulties, but we made it. Let me open up the chat real quick.
Hey folks, welcome
I
back
have
to the
seen
channel. We got a Tarkov
Mr.
video
Raver
update for you
already.
today, and as usual,
Um, all right. There we are. And I believe, yeah, now I can read the chat. Mr. Raven Dark Cloud, welcome. Welcome to the stream. By the way, thank you very much for all your work, for creating those files for the toolhead. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm super badly prepared today. So sorry. Got my favorite drink with me. There we go. Doing good. Woke up around 3 a.m. this morning. Damn. Party too hard or something else going on? Let's use the main cam for this. So, to sketch a little bit what we are going to do today, we are not going to do any real building. I do, however, have some packages to open up, and I might try out the toolheads I have tried out. These right over here, the little wheels in my head, this is to replace the one that we had the stripped thread of. So these pulleys, one of the motor pulleys was gone. Got those in. Cheers, by the way, to all your happy ever afters. Oh yeah, real good. Going to clean up a little bit while we wait for some more folks to jump in. I believe this is going to be a very quiet stream. Everybody is or resting from yesterday or probably at family or something else. So this is also not going to be a super long stream. I looked at the time and said noisy start stream at 4 a.m. Well, thank you for being here. It is highly appreciated. So this glass of rum is on you, buddy. So right now it is 1 p.m. for me. A great time to have a little drink. I think it's the first time also that I have been doing some drinking on stream since the whole Voron thing. So we have a massive amount of bolts and T-nuts sitting over here, just waiting to get installed. Maybe before I start unboxing, let me show you one of the printers, and this is where I ended everything. So we are in the same spot for all the units, which means flying gantry is in, and the x-axis are all squared up. So the next part should be getting on the tool head, which is not what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to start with the electronics in the bottom. So I got now 5 units that are in this exact spot. I had one that was a little bit rough over the complete length, did some loosening, tightening, it didn't go away. And we started loosening the whole thing, tightening it all little bit by little bit, and that fixed it. 6 a.m. here, good morning. Take an extra sip for me. I've been sober since 97. Well, I don't have a drinking problem, so there you go. Now, I do, however, drink very, very little, and if I drink, it is just sipping, like a little bit of rum, and I think if I do it once in every 2 or 3 months, it is a lot. Now with the festivities, obviously that is a little bit more than normal. So, the boxes. Let me explain these boxes. A few companies reached out to me and they said they wanted to send me over a New Year's gift or anything like that. So I got 2 boxes, and one of them should be where's my vise at? So from the Macaroni one, I was missing the clamping vise. I believe this should be in here. And then we have our extruder and hot end that I might give a try on the freshly printed parts. So let me start up with this one. So like I said, 2 out of these 3, I have no clue. I know who sent them to me, but I have no clue what's in there. So a little bit of a Christmas treat for myself. How did you like the Christmas video? The extra special one with the little kids and all of that. That was something very new for me. All right, so the first box comes with a huge amount of stuff in there. So it is from my sponsor, PCBWay. So I got something that looks like, I'm not sure, is this a sticker or something? Now last year I did get a little gift from, I forgot the company. GD. GD sent me a little gift. And it's gone. It was a little faceplate of the GD Plus 4. So using the multicolor thingy. So this is a piece of paper with the branding of a PCBWay on it. Not sure what to do with that. So let's dig a little bit deeper in the box. We also got a plushie. Do they have a mascot? Do they have a mascot? Not really sure. So you liked it, Raven Dark Cloud. So I believe this should be the, yeah. I didn't know they have an official mascot, but yeah, there you go. Gonna be honest, it is super weird getting gifts from companies. You never know what's in there. And especially with Macara, we had a little bit of a back and forward on the last video. Now, ooh, there's even more in there. Holy crap, PCBWay. They must really like me, right? What do we have here? Also branded PCBWay. They did not sponsor all of this. This is just, yeah, let's call it the business relationship gift. They have, the wife is going to like this, a whole scarf thing going on. What the hell? Also, PCBWay branding. So now you can all call me a PCBWay shill. Merry Xmas, Nikolai. Just dropping by quick. Yes, it's going to be a short stream. It's just me showing off all the whatever the hell companies send me over. We also have a sticker pack. A little PCBWay thank you card. Well, I must say this is the most elaborate gift I ever got from a company. So Zoe, not sure if you're in the stream or watching my streams in the future, but if you're watching, Zoe, thank you very much. Zoe is my PCBWay contact, if you're wondering. And it's a personalized with a text, a little Christmas card. I'm going to read it after the stream. All right. Super neat. Super cool, right? I like it. I like it. I already noticed I'm forgetting some of my music. One moment, please. Yes. And there we have it. A little bit of background noises. Stickers are always good. That is a nice touch. Yes, yes. This is super cool. Super cool. Not sure if I'm going to wear it in public or anything, but yeah, I might. It's freaking cold outside right now. We are -2 on the Celsius scale, so for you guys that is going to be in the 20s. We actually had a little whoopsie yesterday. Now it's almost winter time and we have a little bit of a rat problem going on. Now, not the rat rig, but real rats. Also, branded box. There is something of a glass in there. So to finish the story, we got doorbelling from the neighbor behind us because they heard a kitty cat and it was stuck in our garden. Now apparently, I set up a little trap for the rats. The kitty got in and the kitty got locked in. No harm is done by the kitty, but that is not the thing that you want to have on the 25th of December. Holy crap. Alright, so super nice branded box. And I can have I can have a tea party. Cool stuff. Time for a tea party, guys. So, if anyone in here is very close, feel free to visit me. Good morning, Pekala. It seems that we have mostly Americans in the chat today, right? Now, for our European brothers, most are having time with family these days. We have about 1 week of vacation time between the 25th and New Year, so most people are not working. Merry Christmas, Pekala. So we just unboxed our first gift, so I got very cozy. I have a scarf, a tea set, a nice little Christmas card, and I'm probably going to take a selfie with this and send it to my contact. Super neat. Super neat. So that was my first little giftaroo from one of my brands that I cooperate with. Next box. I have a suspicion what this is going to be. Yes. There's my Vizet. The one that was missing on the Z1. We finally have our Vice. And yeah. So I'm probably going to do a separate video because I want to finish something. I was actually preparing for that video. That yeah, because I didn't have this vise, that wasn't able to do so. So I got this little nut and I was supposed to mill something out of steel. Mild steel, nothing special. And I had to use this chuck, which I didn't have. Now I have it. I might do a little, yeah, a little video just doing the regular, this is steel, can it handle it type of deal. I'm actually pretty interested if it can do steel with the regular 1/8 bit that is delivered with the Z1. Got some very interesting reactions, comments on that video. Still a lot of people complaining that my unit is broken. It ain't. Someone actually reached out to Makera saying that my unit was defective. They were going to reach out to me, they never did, because they know for sure that it is indeed the spindle power. So, the last little box, and this one, absolutely no clue who this is from. So, let's open it up. Now, what I can say is, holy shnikes, look at this. Yeah, fancy little suitcase going on. Now I do know it's from Makera, so, or there are going to be a bazillion bits in there. or we will see. Let me get you guys a little bit closer on this one. All right. There we go. Now, also something that maybe is worth talking about is the continuation of these printers. I am going to do a little bit of fast forwarding, which means I'm probably going to finish it up for 99% and then I will do a last live stream going over everything that we have done. I think. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your opinions. It's that, or I just continue what I'm doing now is a bunch of preparation and then do a 4 or 5 hour stream. So it's a little bit up to you guys what you want to see. Yeah, super nice case, right? Awesome. So this is in here. Also a Christmas card. Yeah, it's this way. So this one is from Macara and they did a completely handwritten notice. Super cool. The Macara team, branded by Macara team. So Macara team, if you're watching this, I got it. Here it is. Thank you very much. So we also have a bunch of what looks like Christmas decorations. Now this is probably just to get some stuff in there. Now this is a super shiny box that says titanium. Tomic. Does anyone know what the hell this is? Tomic titanium? It would be super neat if this is going to be a perfume or something like that, right? Then we have a box branded by Macara, and we have another box that got absolutely destroyed in shipping apparently, from a company called Jimmy Home. Jimmy Home. Not sure who these guys are. Sounds good, Raven Dark. So what does sound good? More live streams or skipping a little bit forward and then showing everything off while we are at the last stages of what I'm doing? I feel like the last thing is probably going to be the best. Also, it speeds up the process because doing this all live and trying to build everything, and I got a 100-piece order coming in. That's all going to be on the red wick right now because these are not finished. I can't use them. All right, first box, Tomic. It looks like it's something electronic. Oh, it opens like this. All right, comes in a nice little foamy thing. Skipping ahead, yeah, all right. That is what we will do. Now it's all in Chinese, so still no clue what's in there, but I can see something. And it is one of those fancy, probably double insulated drinking cups, branded by Macara. So, sweet. Now I have something that looks double insulated. Super cool. Do not microwave. Hand wash only. Well, that's unfortunate. We do not like to do hand washes in here. Now, apparently this is titanium. I see the inside that says TI. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it. Maybe if I get it a little bit closer. Yeah, no, yeah. So there's a TI in there. A titanium mark, yeah. Apparently. Sweet. That must be very expensive then. Sweet. Now the gifts this year are next level. Now it is also the first time I got all of this, so that probably means that we are doing something right. And then we have some, yeah, boxes. Let's start with this one. And then we will do some more, yeah, printer Voron stuff after this. So, Jimmy Home. This seems to be a fridge magnet. Not sure. Jimmy Home is probably some sort of sub-brand that is making tools, rebranded tools. Ah, we did get the cheaty toolkit. Yeah, that was right. We did get that before we destroyed the relationship. So we got a bunch of little knickknacks to help us out during the building process of something. Yeah, not sure what you call these in English. Precision pliers or something like that. Yeah, so we got a bunch of those, spatulas, and we have another level. And this is, ooh, a complete little bit set. Super nice. Now there is a press button. Oh, and it flips up if you push it. All right, so it does have the flip up feature. Cool. I might keep these. This is looking pretty cool. Most of the time I give these away to friends that are not, yeah, not very well equipped with tools like these, but this looks neat. I might keep it. All right, then we have one more box over here that is probably all exploded. Oh, I am getting very hot with the scarf. So we have a mini screwdriver set for desk series. Probably all branded by Makera. The smallest of ratchets. Super cute. All right, so yeah, this one completely exploded. It looks like we have something that looks like not sure what it is. This is some kind of a precision thingy going on. Titanium is hard to machine. I hate working with it, but I love parts made of it. Now, you could test this. Apparently, if you put in a voltage and some kind of a bath, you can colorize this. And depending on the voltage, you can change the color of titanium. That might be a cool video to do with this mug. So yeah, a generic tool set. Super cool. So for all my contacts that are looking at this, probably not a whole lot, but thank you very much. All right, now let's do some figuring out if the parts that we have printed will fit our Fetus, Rapido, Holland 2 and our orbiter. So we got these going on. Let me put these aside. Super cool stuff. This will definitely go on our closet. Normally all the cards are for the wife, the missus. Probably the same with you guys. Whew, yeah, so it's getting way too hot. Let's get rid of the scarf for now. And let's do some Voron stuff. This will be the last video then, before we do some major progress. I'm probably going to keep it maybe half an hour, and then we have to go to some kind of a local thingy. So it is going to be on the shorter side. So thank you very much everyone that is visiting me live. I hope that we can do some cool stuff next year and keep the open source community alive, like I would like to call it. We definitely have the right people in our Discord, so super cool. Yeah, So, the rat trick. I need to grab my build plate, be right back. And there we have it. Did some test prints. I am going to test your work, Raven Dark Cloud. Now, the moment you were starting to send over the files, I was already printing these. So, I'm sorry, these are not your parts. Printed on the rat trick. I did use some of the, tree supports, or however you call it, for the openings, because this is the super light style burner tool head or something like that. Now I only used the supports that are on the build plates to avoid that all these supports would stick on the inside, obstructing a bunch of parts. So this is all just purely for testing. Printed out of ASA CF from the brand Polymaker. I do see that we have the teeny tiniest bit of under extrusion, so that probably means that I will have to revisit my tuning on, or look why this is happening. Yeah, the teeny tiniest bit. Now it is also the first time I printed these extremely dry. So that might be the reason that we have to up our extrusion multiplier. That's the word I was struggling on. Now, the next parts are going to be printed with the ESON parts, but just to give you a little look on the part quality coming out of the rat trick. Oh, yeah. Extremely, extremely clean. Now you can see why I am in love with the rat trick. So printed with the Goliath hot end, absolutely no problem. We did use the 0.25 layer height, which is not recommended by Voron. So that will also give me a great idea. If these parts fit, I don't have to be that worried about it. And then one more piece to go. So if you're wondering, untreated build plate from rat trick, sticking like crazy. The ASA is just on there. Cool. Now, time for a little bit of a cleanup. And see if we have any sort of problem going on. So yeah, Fiberon, the ASA CF, definitely very sensitive to moisture. If you dry it correctly, yeah, I can see that my parameters need to be a little bit of an adjusting. Printed with 0.25 layer height with a 0.6 millimeter nozzle. And a giveaway of that not being ideal is going to be right here in the corner. This is a little bit of a weak spot right over here. These need heated inserts. That is something that we're not going to do today. We are going to do a little dry fit to see if we have any problems. Now, let's grab the chisel. Super handy tool to get rid of some of the supports. It is also extremely sharp, so I do have some little marks on my hands from slipping with that said chisel. I believe that we do need to do a little bit of a cleanup. Yeah, I think this will be fine, good enough. So how are the holidays going for you guys? You need to work? You're at home with family? Not sure how that goes in the US. You guys have all the holidays like we do. We have a crap load of them. Basically, all these holidays are paid for by the government. So Christmas, New Year's Eve, we have a bunch more of those going on. If I need to guess, not the same in the US. You guys need to take a day off or something like that, right? We need a little screwdriver. Also very handy if you need to remove anything. Flat hats also does the trick very well. There we go. Nice. Now, I do believe that this is, while it is annoying on the eye. Nah, I'm not going to clean it up. Have you tried adjusting the top Z height of the supports? I often use 0.26 for 0.2 layer height. It depends. For instance, on this fibrous material from Fibron, I could go to what you are mentioning, 0.26. All the other filaments, like regular ABS, I tend to go to 0.12. Otherwise, I don't have very good adhesion on that top part, especially if you have massive overhangs. If you are going to use 0.26, it will warp because it is not attaching to your support, and then everything is going to be fucked from there on. And I'm really talking about parts that are going to be overhanged by that much. For instance, the case builds I'm doing for MP Customized that often drops into the live stream, we had to do massive overhangs, and anything higher than 0.12, 14 is going to be an absolute nightmare, and it will start to just detach from the supports, and it is a whole mess. Basically a lost print, and you can throw away about a kilo of filament because of it. So depending on the model, I believe these would fare just fine with the 0.26 you are talking about. All right, so we got our first piece. I have zero clue where this is for. Guess we will find out. You can see I'm super well prepared today. Late for 3 minutes. Not cleaning anything up. Has been quite busy. I decided to spend a little bit more time with some people that I normally wouldn't do. So yeah, it's an awful year for a lot of people I notice for a lot of people I know. So I decided to be a little bit more of a friend this year. But like you can see right over here, I just gave it a little bit of a push and it just snaps out. And this is with 0.12 of support material. Yeah. Just like that. It just pops out super easy. Depends on the filament, depends on the printer, I would say. Ah, Mr. Helix. Happy New Year, my brother. How are you doing? Also up very early. Only working 1 day in the next 9. Super nice. Enjoy it. Like I said, in private, enjoy it. Don't do anything. Take your time. Enjoy it. Really. So, this seems to be completely cleaned out. Also, very, very clean part. Yeah. If you're wondering how the Goliath is running, absolutely great. Then I know what this is. This is an adapter plate for the EBP36, I believe. I don't think I have the 36 one. Not sure. Still have to check it, what type of boards they are using in the Siboor kits. Now I know what this is. This is the fan duct for the extended hot end that we're going to use. So for this boy right over here, the Fatus one. First piece is the back part of the hot end mount. So you are talking about this one right over here. Yeah, so it's a two-parter, you mean, and it will clamp on probably. Oh yeah, it makes sense. LOL, LOL, yep, totally right. Now it is also super cool that the original designer put on the type of hot end that is going to be sitting in there. So it is saying the P and then RPD V2 from Rapido V2. Now, I do have a little bit of support sitting right over there. So yeah, like I told you, the supports are just popping out super easy. Super highly depending on the printer you're using. For instance, the Chidi one, I can get away with 0.2 of an offset. So it also looks like they got some sort of a angry eyebrow thingy on there. I also noticed in the manual of Voron, they have put in some little Easter eggs here and there. We do have some sneaky supports in the fan duct. That is not, and I can hear it rattling. That is not ideal. Now, I'm going to reprint it anyway, so it is not a problem right now, but unfortunate. Ah, there we got it. We got it out. Also very nice, complex part. Super cleanly printed. Then, this is going to be for the extruder housing. So it has the little slot right over here for the smart sensor of the orbiter, which means it's basically a filament runout sensor you can just mount on top, and then this part will just hug it. If you need another reason to get a Voron, it is because of this. The community just inventing all sorts of mods. It is awesome. Including Mr. Raven Dark Cloud. Now, for the super lightweight, we are in a little bit of a pickle. You can see we have some splitting going on. The walls are too thin to print with a V6, so it should fit the regular front side of the Voron, but we are saving, I think, 4-5 grams because of the lightweight type of deal. I want to check it out. I have become very well versed in those parts. Yeah. How many builds did you do, Raven Dark Cloud? Something tells me it is not your first rodeo on the Vorons. Now I'm basically doing the same with my Rhetoric, only the Rhetoric is not as popular of a printer because of the price. But yeah. Lovely community. The only thing they apparently really hate is heating it. They absolutely do not want you to heat the printer. That's the first thing everybody is telling to me. Why? Well, Mr. Raven, why? Tell me. Why do they hate it so much? So, I'm not sure if this is support or not. I don't believe so. Now, it seems to be not ideal to be printed with a 0.6, so I might print this on something else, or just use the one that you sent me and give that one a try. I believe that 5 grams on the tool head, that is not going to give me any sort of a difference in print quality. It is more of the wow, cool factor, I believe. I do like the design very much. Yes, many faces in the Voron parts. It's from all the catwork on the parts. Ah, okay, that way, yeah. You are also very quick, so it seems that you are very proficient with catwork. Now, after a while, just like me, I could also do... if it's an STL, then it is very easy in my opinion. I used the catwork from Rhetoric, so that made my life a whole lot easier when I was doing my CNC upgrade. So for the CNC milled parts, that's what I mean. But if you only have a mesh, I did notice that most of these files had the STL in there. So amazing job, everybody that is designing it and providing with an STL to work on it. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. So cool. also started to include the step files, just if people want to remix it, then it's not a pain in the ass. I have seen people remix just regular STLs. It is some kind of a wizardry that I am not ready to do. Now let's remove the last part and then we can do a little bit of a test fit. So that's it. Everything is cleaned up. It's not bad. I think it is still a usable part. It is not perfect. We have some splitting going on from too thin of a wall with a 0.6, or maybe a little bit of the design that is not optimal. So I might, if it's a step file, I might be able to just increase the wall thickness a little bit. But yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like it. All right. Let me grab some stuff. First, let's look at the orbiter. I have no idea with that part. I am newer to Voron and some of the people are very opinionated. Yeah, I think that is the nature of being in the hobby. I think it's a matter of being opinionated, but still be respectful on the choices that people are going to make. For instance, I'm doing a lot of things that people would absolutely not agree on. And I would always say, do you have a direct effect of me doing it? No? So maybe shut up. Thank you for your opinion, but keep it at your opinion, right? I got a lot of the comments like, this does not make financial sense. I know. That's the whole spiel of the hobby. It doesn't have to make sense all the time. It's just because I want to do it. And I'm documenting it, obviously. So this is the Rapido hot end. It comes with everything pre-attached. I got the black one for obvious reasons. This is now the regular sock on there, but we should have the extender one that is going to bump it up with a few millimeters, well, a whole centimeter apparently. So that is the height difference between the regular one and the extended one. Used it on the red rig, quite enjoyed it. The first ones were a little bit of a problem, and we also figured out, and I can see that this time they are doing the exact same thing. They are shipping you a steel nozzle. I can already tell you right now, the steel nozzle is absolute dog shit. So this one right over here, that one is for the bin. Absolutely horrendous flow. Anything will be kept around 12, 13 maybe. It's horrendous. Dog shit. Absolutely. This was something, this little nozzle has set me back in my Redwig build for 3 days, trying to figure out what the hell was going on with my printer, and apparently it was just as simple as this hardened piece of poo-poo. Now they do deliver us with the 0.4 one, so this one is a 0.6, so the hardened steel one is a 0.6, and then they deliver us with a 0.4 one. Now we do have replacements. We have the Bondtech THT nozzles, but for the looks I will install this one very soon, so we can have a nice look on what we are doing. So the heater block on the Rapido is really small in my opinion, so it's amazing that you can get anything south of 20 millimeters cubed just by putting on this little extender, melt zone extender thingy. So this block, you just screw it in from here, then you pick your nozzle, you screw that in, and now you over doubled your melt zone. It works. It's not perfect, absolutely not, but it works. And then with its little jacket on there, we get something like this. Now, I'm pretty sure that this coupling right over here needs to go. My first time in CAT was in 1993. Woo! That is, yeah, I was still very young. I wasn't even 10 years old by then. When AutoCAD was still in the early days. Yeah, my first experience with CAD was while I was doing schooling on. It was also AutoCAD or AutoCAD, but it was for modeling for homes and all of that. So to make floor plans. Absolute horrible piece of software back then. It was very new for my school to have a class where you would do, yeah, I forgot the name of that piece of software, but it was all black and in 2D. Helix started with AutoCAD in '86. Wasn't even born, brother. Ideas. Yeah, that is something I have never heard of. Ideas. All right, we got everything in a state that we can now do some assembly, I believe. We're going to do a little bit of assembly work. Yes, like that. There we go. So this, everybody knows this, I believe. This is nothing special. LDO orbiter, this is the 2.5 version. I'm not sure what the other versions were doing differently, but already used one of these. I like it. Apparently it caps out at 50 millimeters cubed on the rat rig. So the little pancake stepper motor, the gearing ratio between those two is probably, yeah, the limiting factor. Now for this build, it is absolutely fine. I started with architecture and then moved to learning mechanical drafting. I'm trained in manual and computer drafting. Woo! Yeah. You guys are legit. And now you're watching an idiot trying to do the same. I believe we will need longer bolts than what we have right now. Do I have these? Will be the main question. Now, I can give you a little bit of an idea on how much it will stick out. And it seems like it is quite the perfect fit right now. So it's sticking out a little bit. Now the older version had a little bit of a cooling problem on the backside. That seems to be still the same problem. We still have limited hot end cooling, and it is, yeah, so we have nothing in the back. That didn't change. I think it's going to be a style burner design issue to be, or otherwise you have to really go in the back, and then you might bump into the mount for the cartographer or something, the CNC tab. It used to be the CNC tab, and now it's with the cartographer. Also cabling, I have no clue. We will have to do a lot of figuring out on how everything is going to fit. Now, hole placement seems to be fine. Then this part is probably just clamping our complete here, like this. Then there should be 4 bolts. I'm sorry. We need to remove some of the supports that are still sitting in here. So for reference, it will look something like that. We have one bolt, then we have one here, here, and then on the other side. So far, everything seems to be fitting just nice. The only thing is our cable. I do see a little bit of a slot right over here, so I believe that will be for our cabling to go through. We might have to give this a little bit of a bending. As long as it's bending and not snapping, everything is fine. Because it's really unfortunate right now. The cabling is just sitting on top of that bolt hole. And it is not because of the melt zone extender. Now it could also be that this is fine and this could be done like that. Oh yeah, I think we have an orientation that is just going to work like it should. Nice little sandwich. So we got everything in. We have our cabling. All the cabling you need for the hot end is going through a little channel, and in front it will be looking something like this. So yeah, the placement right over here of the zip tie is a little bit unfortunate. I might replace it and turn the zip tie so the head is on top and use a black one. But so far, this is looking beautiful. So hot end, I am quite optimistic that this is going to be the way to go. Then we have this part right over here. This will probably fit something like that. So we have our PTFE tube right here in the middle, and then we have two holes, one over here, and we have another hole sitting right over here. We will need to put heated inserts in there, but to give you an idea, this is without the smart sensor. I might buy it because of being handy. Now I do see. Are we having a problem? No. No, it is just sitting a little bit proud, I would say. So yeah, it will be sitting like this. So we will not be able to even see it when it's all assembled. That's the whole thing with the with this design. You can only see the stepper in the back, and everything will be nicely contained within what is looking like a stock style burner. The only thing we ditched is the Bondtech gearing because it was all in printed plastic, and I wanted to completely avoid just everything being in plastic. That is why I extended the duct. Yeah, I will definitely look at your files when I will do my final test prints. Maybe I'll just do your version together with what I have, and then try to mix and match it and see what I like the most, and then just print everything else. I will use the correct material. We will be using ABS with glass fibers. So this is carbon, we will be using glass. Not a lot of difference, it's a bit more of a stiffness or dimensional accuracy thing, nothing more than that. Ideas only lasted about 10 to 12 years. It was created by University of Cincinnati thermodynamics professors to do fluid flow analysis, not sure how to pronounce it correctly. I loved SolidWorks for years until Dassault bought them. Yeah, what changed for you on SolidWorks? The license got expensive, or what ruined it for you? Also, we have a piece right over here. So this is going to finish everything off. So this will be sitting behind it, I believe. And I think I might be doing this first. So this will probably be the backside then. Let's have a little quick test lineup going on. Yeah, probably we'll have to look at the files that were on there, but I believe it will need to fit something like this. Now we are stuck for some reason. Yeah, I will have to do some looking up. It seems to be a little bit of this right over here. So the little spring or the mechanism to clamp it is sitting in the way to be all in there. it's that or we are doing something incorrect. I believe I'm screwing it up. Not sure. I will need to look at the pictures that were provided. Yeah, we seem to be bumping on a few things. Then we also have our replacement cover plate to cover everything up. This thing we already tested. This is unfortunate. It doesn't even have the smart sensor on there. So it might be just sitting like this. Unsure. Doesn't matter. All right, so this part right over here. This is also very interesting. Let's give it a little look from close up. This is my first time doing anything Voron, so I am very excited to see all of these parts. It will have to sit something like this. So the little design feature, that is going to be the front, and that will just slip on like this. Oh, yeah, I like it. This is the look of my test hot end. So stock faceplates, and then the back side where the hot end is going to be the side that is completely redesigned to fit it. And then from the sides, it looks something like this. Yeah, I like it. And then this is probably going to mount to our linear rail, if I have to do a guess. Then we, of course, have the pieces for our extruder by hand. Got to look it up. All right, good morning, afternoon, everybody. Hi, LTX Designs. Welcome back to the stream. Got expensive. Both SolidWorks and AutoCAD Fusion have always been expensive. Yeah. Now, fortunately for me, Fusion is still very free. But yeah, once we start to sell to companies, yeah, we will have to start using a license. We cannot run the risk of getting sued by them. It's going to be a lot more expensive than getting 1,000. I believe it's a 900 or 1,000 euro license for a whole year. It's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, the prices are off the roof. The same for the editing device thingy called Premiere Pro. Also ludicrous expensive. If you have to add all of those expensive softwares on the end of the year, it is a big ticket to add on. I got efficient in CAD making, fixturing for soldering and assembly, including stuff for aerospace industry. Sounds like you also made good money, I believe, once you get in those industries. Most of the time they also pay you well, right? Or at least I hope for you, brother. There is nothing wrong with the good old paycheck. And you use the free version of Fusion for yourself. Same for me. So right now I'm still using the free version. Now the next year we will be doing hopefully a lot of orders, and then I will have to, unfortunately. My first order, 100 units of something for a friend, already over 1,000 euros. That is already violating the license agreement from Fusion. And they do have the lawyers to sue you. I have seen some stories about it, so we do not want to poke the bear. All right, I think it is semi-successful, our little test print. The extremely light version of this, yeah, I might ditch it. Not sure how much lighter. Let me grab a scale real quick. Let's see if we do find a big difference between all the parts. So this is the stock faceplate delivered with my units, even though I didn't ask for them. So cool. For the show off, it looks like the inside had some there is still a little bit of support in here. Ha! Oh well. Let me remove that real quick. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But for the rest, everything seems quite the same, I have to say. It is just the openings, so the skeletonizing. All right, let's start with the what is supposed to be the more heavy one. 33 grams. Not sure what that is for you guys. 33, 34, 34. And then this one, 39. 5 grams. 5 grams. Worth it? Worth it or not? Or not? 5 grams. What do you guys think? It is not structural, so we could get away with 5 grams. I think we have bigger problems than 5 grams in the tool head. I got backstabbed by my old boss who filed the country to escape federal charges. Who flat? Woo! That sounds very dark, or even dark clouds. I do like the red color more. And we do have the red glass-filled option. Now the print quality from Siboor seems to be very good. So if this is printed on one of their CNC machines, I will be a very happy camper. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up. So this is the close-up of the print quality from Siboor. I hope you can see something from that. Seems to be very decent. Now I do think my colors are popping a little bit too much, but yes, very good layer stacking. Also on the inside, it's very clean. And this is ABS, so now I'm afraid that is also not the only story, right, about backstabbing in the industry. Hey bro, welcome to Markintosh. Hi guy, hi dude, has been a long while. I have seen you in the comments. How are you doing, brother? I'm having my last little sip before we leave. I just wanted to finish up the year strong. I don't think I'm going to make any more videos for this year or any more live videos. Like we have talked about in the beginning of the video, I will probably skip around to a point that we are getting some movement in the printer, let's call it like that. But maybe to recap for everybody new, we got our test setup right over here. So we got the, what is it, the Rapido Hot 2 and the stealth burner thingy. We tested out the lightweight tool head. We save 5 grams with this, so this is super cool. The extruder, we have to figure out how to fit it. I can't make it fit right now on stream. That Mammoet. Hi bot, how are you doing? You're well, that's nice to hear. So, for the people that just joined in, this is where I got left after all the live streams. So, we finished all the 5 units, and there's already a spider making some stuff on it. We finished everything up, flying gantry is done, the X is in there, and we have squared everything, if it's still square. Yeah, super square right now. The next thing, according to the manual, would be the tool head. I'm going to skip the tool head, and I'm going to start running all the stuff underneath. So I'm going to wait with the tool head, I believe, for the very last point. Yeah, but everything is going well. All 5 units are in this state. We are about 45 hours into the build. Also very interesting, I think, because according to the manual, it should take anywhere between 15 and 30 hours of building time for 1 unit. I believe the CNC Chaotic Lab kit is doing us a very well job on saving some of the time. We also need to run the belts for the XY. For that we need the tool head, but we should be able to mount it without the tool head because they are also saying to install, I don't think it's this part. Let me have a quick look around. Where are you, CNC part? Nope. That's not it. That's also not it. Ah, here we go. This is it. So I believe we can do most of the belts without the tool head. And for that we only need this guy right over here. So this is the CNC tool head carrier thingy. So for all the belt clamping, there are bolt holes in the bottom for our scanning probe, cartographer I believe it is. And we also have the hardware to get our belts in. So I believe we could actually do some belts before we do the tool head. The tool head just screws on this plate. So I might do that first so the belts are all on it. That, and we obviously also need to replace that one broken pulley that we had in the whole set that also arrived. So I wish everybody in here a very good ending of the year. Yeah, it might be in the first week or something that we will do, I hope so, that we will do one more live stream with units that are mostly done. I hope to have one unit that moves, let's call it like that. Mr. Dark, if you have any other parts you need my mods grafted to, I can add to that part. I'm adding the mods too. I'm also thinking of lightweight version of my faceplate. Well, if you have any more designs, feel free to send them my way. I have them in my folder, so I will try them out and see what I like the most. No pinky promises on what I'm going to use right now, but I believe that the last one you sent me might do the trick. That is just the magnetic one, right? I do believe that the magnetic one would be very cool. So then you probably removed the bolts right here, and then you just need to glue in a magnet that pops on. It's probably that easy. Now I'm very proficient with CAD, so I might just go in there and do something of my own if I feel like it. All right. I'm going to call it quits. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in all my live streams this year. It has been extremely fun to do. I would like to do it more, maybe in a monthly, bi-monthly thing, something like that, that we just do what we do right now, have a little bit of a ramble, talk about stuff while I am doing something. What do you guys think about that? Now I'm going to stop drinking because we will probably be drinking some glue wine in a few hours. I don't want to get too drunk by then. Have an amazing new year. Thank you, Mr. Dark. I wish you the same exact thing. Everybody that has been... my words are starting to... Everybody that has been watching. Also, I hope you guys have a wonderful ending of the year. I hope to see you next time, like always, in the next one. Yeah, so I might go dark for a week or two. I really need to get these puppies finished because we already have a nice little order on the way, and I would love it if I can print them on these ones. That would be a very good first test. We also have to redecorate the corner they are going to sit in. We have to hang a bunch of panels on them, but I might do a dedicated video on that. That's a little bit of a shop update thing that we will have to do. But first of all, I need to finish these puppies. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the last minute 20 bucks that I'm with. Have a wonderful new year, brother. Well, I would say the same thing to you. Thank you for being in all my videos. I extremely appreciate it. We didn't make a very corny video. Apparently that is now the new thing. Making a super corny video about how my life is going, what my plans are for 2026. I'm going to be very short on that one. We are going to do a lot of super cool stuff. The world sucks, and take care of yourself. There's a TLDR. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I mean it. It is sometimes very heartwarming to see the community coming together on my videos. Never thought that would be happening. So there you got your corny part of this video. All right, bye bye. I see you